What we're looking at here is this Casablanca New Orleans Centennial in some sort of copper finish. I don't know if it's anti-copper, weathered copper, whatever they called it. I don't remember exactly. But here it is. It's finally here in working condition. And the reason I say that is because this fan has quite a story. So, back in December, I believe, of last year, 2023, I found this on Facebook Marketplace. It was sitting on Marketplace for a little while, and it was for $100. I think it was originally $200, then it was lowered to $100, I believe. And the reason I bought it is because another collector wants it in the future. So as for right now, I have it, but I bought it for that reason. And the funny thing is, I actually got it for 50 bucks, and the reason is because my excuse was that it was missing the mounting hardware. It was missing the hang true canopy, which it was. And first of all, why do I have this on the floor? Well, because I don't have a ceiling high enough to use this down rod for it. So the length of this plus the length of the fan. I usually hang long down rod fans in the back of the garage, but this just won't fit. So I'm going to start it on low before I continue the rest of the story. I don't know what year that is off the top of my head. Somewhere in the 2000s. Oh, I forgot it was low, medium, high for a second. I have this on a bucket to test it on the floor. So anyway, I got it for 50 bucks because of that missing hang true. I get it back home to plug it in to test it, only to find out it did not work. Like, it showed 0 life. And after inspecting it for quite a while, I noticed that the neutral wire that runs into the top of the motor, so like the top of the motor itself, it was just completely missing. It was broken clean off. There's supposed to be like 2 neutral wires in there, I think, and like one of them was completely missing. It only had the neutral wire for the light that ran down into the switch housing for a light kit. So it was completely ripped out, and I didn't want to try to take this fan apart because the shafts on these XLP motors are a nightmare, and this fan is a bit new for my liking too, so I wouldn't have anything this new in my collection either. And plus, it's really intricate. So I didn't want to try it, so another collector who lives really far away from me, I was able to ship this to him, and he actually ended up fixing it for me and running new lead wires. And that tapping noise is just that chain. So these are some of the new lead wires here. This I'm not using because that's blue for a light. And this just goes back to my testing cord. Yeah, there's that. This is medium speed. It was Adin Panthers who was able to fix this fan and get it running again. I'll link his channel in the description, and I believe he posted a video of this. If I can find that video, which I'm pretty sure he posted, I'll link that as well. He basically will explain in more detail how the repair process went, as I'm not remembering every detail off the top of my head, as this has been sitting here for a while. I've kind of forgotten about it. But yeah, this is high speed here, and as you can see, it runs perfectly. Now, what's the story with that missing hang true? I almost forgot about that. So the story with that missing hang true is that the seller texted me a week or two after I picked up the fan for 50 bucks. The seller texted me and said that she found the hang true canopy, or she found the mounting hardware. And so this fan didn't work, and I was pretty pissed off about that, because like, how do you not realize the fan didn't work? She claimed it worked, so I don't know who messed with that neutral wire. But basically, I went back to go pick up the canopy, and then she says, oh, that's going to be another $25. And I'm just basically like, absolutely not. I'm not paying another $25 after you sold me a non-working fan that needs repair. And, you know, she does the whole thing about, oh, well, why didn't you tell me it didn't work before? And, you know, just giving me a hard time about everything. I'm going to shut it off. You know, I guess it makes sense to wonder why I wouldn't mention it before. And then that's basically when I explain, you know, I collect these things. So it didn't really come to mind to really complain about it. And I guess after talking to her enough, convincing her, I was able to get the hang true canopy here at no extra charge. Thank God. And it's still missing the crossbar for the ceiling to mount that. But that's not really that important. This is the important part here, because that part is hard to get, or can be harder to get. Crossbars are like a dime a dozen. It cost me a ton of money to ship this out and, you know, get it repaired and all that, but the collector who will be buying it in the future is willing to pay all that, so that's why I went that route and was okay with it. Just realized how dusty the blades are. I did clean the blades when I got it, but it's been sitting for a while. And you know what? Here is the reverse does work too. Adin did a very good job of fixing this. The bearings are perfect too. This is just a really beautiful fan. I really love these New Orleans fans. They are really nice. But yeah, that's about it for this one. I think I covered everything. But yeah, that is it for the Casablanca New Orleans Centennial.